Hey guys, John V here with PhoneArena. Right now I'm taking a quick look at the OnePlus 6T. I'm here at the launch event in New York City. Three things really jump at me with this phone. The first one being the in-screen fingerprint sensor. Now it's going to be the first device launched here in the US to offer that, so beating out things like the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. So it's really neat because it works like it was intended. I got it set up and everything, and it locked the phone pretty fast. I like the idea of having that fingerprint sensor, so the display is pretty clean, and also as well as the body. But the downside is that you don't have a headphone jack, and I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it, but I think I would rather have a fingerprint sensor in the back with the headphone jack and just eliminate that in-screen fingerprint sensor. But then again, it'd be very similar to the OnePlus 6, so I guess in this regard they had to differentiate it and they had to go with that. The second thing here relates to the screen. Gorgeous looking screen, 6.41 inch AMOLED display, 2340 by 1080 pixels, beautiful, great viewing angles, all the typical AMOLED qualities. It's polished, but the biggest thing here is, of course, now you don't have as much of a distraction with the notch. It's more that teardrop shape, so it's a little bit more cleaner, more uniform, which I like, and it still manages to house the front-facing camera right there. And it's really tough to see, but you have the earpiece. There's like a notch at the top here, an edge. Really hard to see in this video probably, but you do have the earpiece right there. So it's just nice that everything looks a little bit more uniform and it's not as distractive as the notch before. And the last thing that really jumps at me is the camera here. So it has a dual camera implementation, nothing different from the OnePlus 6 before. It breaks down to a 16 megapixel, 20 megapixel camera with an aperture of f1.7. The front facing one here is just a 16 megapixel f2.0 camera. But the cool thing they showed off is the nightscape mode, which utilizes software for HDR to really get a better performance under low light. You know it's going to take some really great photos. I love the OnePlus 6 in daylight shots. Low light, kind of tough, but hopefully with this new nightscape mode, with these HDR functionality, it's going to produce cleaner, sharper looking images under low light. And that is it here for my quick hands-on look with the OnePlus 6T. It's going to be available very soon. It's going to be available with different carriers. The nice thing about it too is that it has more support for different bands, so that is great. It is a dual SIM device. You're going to get it either 128 or 256 gigabyte capacities. High-end smartphone in every capacity, 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, Qualcomm Snapdragon 845. What else? That in-screen fingerprint sensor, a beefy 3700 milliamp hour battery. It's really fast, really quick, so that's what you'd expect out of a OnePlus device, and I'm really looking forward to it. And pound for pound, it is probably the best value in a high-end smartphone out there still, even though it's been bumped up to $550, still a great value nonetheless. So if you guys want to learn more about the OnePlus 6T, you can check out our website, PhoneArena.com. This is John V, signing off.